And welcome back, everybody. We are continuing our run through Baldur's Gate 3. Before we get started, got my spiel to get through. You can support this channel in a number of ways. For free on Twitch, you can give me a follow, and for free on YouTube, you can give me a subscribe. And that helps elevate this channel on those platforms. If you'd like to donate financially, there is an outright donation link to Streamlabs donation page down below, and there's also a link to my Patreon. Patrons get exclusive access to a monthly Q&A post/video combo, so check out my Patreon if you're interested in having access to that. And since I do have an unusual stream schedule, the best way to get a heads up on when I'm going to be streaming next is to follow me on Twitter at Old Maid Games. I tend to post about 3 to 4 hours before I'll be going live, so follow me on there if you're interested. There's a link down below for that. Okay, now that that's over, let's get started. Where we last left off, we had finished up pretty much everything in the Rivington map area, and we will be heading to Wyrm's Crossing. Now, Wyrm's Crossing isn't necessarily that big, but it does have a lot of like quests to advance, so it actually may take us longer than we think to get through it. Like, I'll pull up the map. The map will be like fogged out, so I won't be able to do it. But it's not really that big of an area. So, but like I said, there are a lot of quests to get through. So, when we last left off, we had basically organized everything we could and sold everything we could to the vendors here. So we'll exit back out of the circus. I wish the volume control for my headphones was on the opposite side of my mic, because that means whenever I reach up to adjust the volume in my headphones, I seem to be able to hear it in the mic. Okay, so let's go here. We're not going to continue on this way, and I'll show you why in a minute. Oh, before we leave, it is a new day, so that means there is a new newspaper. So let's see what it has to say.
You again? You're becoming a bit of a regular, aren't you? Not complaining, not complaining. So, you'll be wanting a copy of today's edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette, then? Have I ever told you you're my favourite customer? You are. It's the truth.
Okay. Let's see what this newspaper has to say. The main headline is Feywild Circus struck by tragedy. Gibbles the clown killed and replaced by absolute spy. So that's a like I said in the last stream, actions that you do will kind of affect the headlines. Like, unless you just have a day where like nothing major or public happens, then it'll just be kind of like kind of like background story kind of stuff. Okay, what else do we have? Reports of ships sailing by night along Wyrm's Crossing beaches. If you remember, we did stumble across a Stone Lord / guild fight along the beach, where it seems like the Cult of the Absolute has been kind of trying to smuggle some stuff into the city. Let's visit the... Okay, so this is more about the circus. Okay, this is more about... I'm not sure why they have all this circus stuff. Like, especially this. Comes to town with famous Dribbles the Clown, when the headline is, like, it's Dribbles the Clown was killed and replaced by a spy. But, oh well, okay. Murder in Baldur's Gate. Murder at Lathander's feet. Head priest killed with an open hand. Walls investigator. And here on the case. Arrogant vigilantes brutally murder respected Thorn family. Well, that's kind of putting a spin on the tale of Kethel Thorn coming back from the dead, raising an army of the Absolute, and basically his other family members were some kind of necromantic tavern bar poisoner thing that we exploded. There was the toll house toll collector, who basically was kind of warped by greed, and then she self-exploded. Who else? There was one more Thorn family member besides Isabel, but... So, yeah, that's a kind of unique spin on that news. Okay, we'll send that back to camp either way. Alright, so where we want to go is through here. If you try and go through here, there is an extortion, and even if you pay the extortion fee, these are called the Steel Watch. The Steel Watch machine will try and like
only a boy.
stop you
You must
because
understand.
you're, I guess, listed as wanted or something.
Sir, can't let you in.
And if you did save the gnomes in
I thought we'd be safe in the gate.
both
I heard the stories.
I think both, and you think you have to do it in both. I'm not positive though. In both
You've got enough
Grimforge and
We
the
don't need
Moonrise
your
Towers
Our
cells,
kind.
then they will rescue you by creating a distraction. But if you'd like to avoid that, or maybe you didn't, if you didn't complete those quests, those side missions, there is a back way. Come around here. Just gonna sneak our way back here.
That might be worth a look.
That worth the look thing is this
Always room for more.
courier's key, which I don't know, we don't really need it, but I'll pick it anyway. So the back way you want to go is, you have to go down these routes.
Small ones. They're heading towards that cave.
Okay, if the gnomes rescue you, there is a, you basically get asked to find them by the flaming fists, but they do go in here, they run in here. But we don't need them to rescue us to be able to go in here. And here is their little gnome's hideout.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
So. Okay, and some of these guys will not talk to you until you basically talk to the boss. here. Let's talk to Wyrm.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet? I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you. I hope.
Gortash is dead man. I have my own reasons for taking him down.
As long as our objective is the same, the reason doesn't matter to me. We have a common enemy. But neither of us gets what we want until we deal with our biggest obstacle. The Steel Watch. They're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it.
Alright, calm down. Okay, so, we'll say the Gondians are just inventors. You can't blame them for Gortash's actions. Or we can ask why. Why?
They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while the city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit.
What was the plan?
Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat. In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved.
Wulbring, please. This is too far. Everyone in the foundry would be killed.
Quiet, Barkus. The adults are talking.
Barkus has a point. Sounds like mass murder.
It's liberation. The Gondians picked their side the minute they took orders from Gortash. If they had any courage, they'd have refused him and died like heroes, spitting in his face. Now they'll die like the dogs they are.
Okay, I'll take out the foundry.
Ha! I knew you were the practical sort. That's why we get along. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of Watchers in no time.
Okay. So I am going to immediately send that to camp because I do not want to accidentally use it. Send to camp. We are not going to. I'm going to try and save the Gondians. Let's see what that is. It disabled the Steel Watch. That says avenge the Iron Hands. But you can disable the Steel Watch without killing the Gondians. is the more difficult way, but I'm going to try that way since I'm trying to do a good playthrough. Oh, I can bookshelf, do that. Oh, I can loot this chest. See, it's just like some of the stuff. It's like, why is it lootable? Why is it not lootable? Or like, why is it stealing? Why is it not stealing? Sometimes it's hard to understand some of the choices. Mark, apparently you can take that without issue. Anything else? Basket. Don't want anything in there, but I can loot it. Okay, let me talk to Barkus now.
A rune pounder bomb? Ah, what the devil has he become?
Well, I think there's more to this than meets the eye.
You'll hear no argument on that score. But using rune powder on the Gondians? They are inventors, just like us. Persnickety and self-important, too. But we all have our moments. Something is wrong. Very wrong. Please, speak to them before you do anything. They deserve a chance to plead their case before being blown to pieces, don't you think?
Alright, I'll talk to him.
That's all I ask. Questions first, violence later. And only if absolutely necessary.
Okay, so, yeah, even he's like, there's has to be more to this than, oh, they invented these things, and they deserve to be punished for it. And we do find out later, but I'm going to hold off on kind of explaining the backstory there. And, whoop, that's apparently theft. I'm not going to do that. Like, see, the box says it's not theft, but apparently, see, that's not theft. This isn't theft. It is encumbered now, but let's do a story. Elixir bark skin, if you haven't learned that recipe, it's there. See, that's stealing. I don't understand some of this. That's stealing. It's theft. Nichols. Okay, it's not a, well, I'll talk to you anyway. What do you have to say?
It stopped, but it'll happen again. It keeps happening. The shivering, shaking, quaking. Don't you feel it?
Don't worry, it's probably just the world ending.
No. The stone, it wouldn't... Something is hurting it. Everything is going to crumble and fall away. We'll be dust. I want to go home.
Okay, so he's not happy to be in Baldur's Gate. Okay, this is the vendor here.
You think I want my clan facing down one of those walking death machines with cutlery? Then leave me to my work. Only if you're quick.
Now, there was one playthrough I did where this guy's facial features all melted away, and he was just one of those, like, flat-faced NPCs for most of the time, and I was like, oh my god, it was very, very unsettling. Aberration arrow, elemental we will take. Monstrosity, undead, smoke powder we'll take. Really need to start using the smoke powder bombs. Okay, gloves. It's gnome. Unarmed. Okay, what's this? Find a target. So yeah, this is what they use to create a distraction. If it's a still watcher, it's stunned, so they throw one of these at the still watcher and you can make your escape. So that's what we use. If you try to go on the main path, that's what's used. Okay, what do we got? Okay, yeah, here's all these scrolls that we gave to Shadow Partners for if we wanted to sell. And he's already down to only 26. I have nothing that's worth stealing. Oh. Okay.
Now let me get back to it.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it has been fixed, or whatever the glitch was, it did not happen on this particular playthrough. Taking a quick peek around to see if there's anything else that's lootable.
What's inside?
Barrels.
Surprisingly pleasant odor. I should sell this as perfume.
This letter right here, it's actually
Let's see what this does.
something I forgot to loot. Place I forgot to loot in Rivington.
Locked, but there's no keyhole. Must be a switch or something nearby.
Clever. There we go. Now we can go up. I completely forgot about this little house. And I'm actually going to take a look at my mini-map and see if there's anything else I forgot. To be looting this house. This is basically a kind of cannot even think of a word. Basically, it's a cover house for the gnomes to get in and out of their cave system without having to deal with the still watch by the other entrance. Still shrinking horn. Let's copy. That's the mansion, that's the windmill. This is the blacksmith slash blacksmith shop. Okay, yeah, so I've been everywhere now. And that's the barn. Okay, yeah. Alright, I've been everywhere. Never mind, let's go back down the hatch.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Okay, so they somehow knew, even though I was nowhere near anybody when I stole all that stuff, somehow they knew that I had stolen stuff up above. That's one thing that kind of bothers me a little bit about this. Like the theft system. It's like, it's not really a whole lot of point in stealing, because even if you're hidden while you steal, and you're not even, apparently, like in this case, even in the same area, they somehow know that you did it, so. Okay. Now the way to avoid the Steel Watchers, and to get into Wyrm's Crossing, is to come up here, and just do a like little jump over here to this little platform. Yeah. There's even the chest as a reward for you. It's over here. And there's a ladder. I was like, oops, an easy way to get up here. There's a ladder right there. Chest. Interesting in it. You can just climb up these crates. And look, we're in Wyrm's Crossing. We did not have to go through that checkpoint. Loot. Nope.
It's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks.
Something good here, I hope.
This guy's asking if I want to earn some coin. He's going to ask
Probably break his
if I know where the gnomes are. Just going to ignore him. Stealing. No. Over here is Shress's Crest. Autosave. But we want to go somewhere else before we head there. So. These aren't stealing apparently. I'll do it anyway. Thank you. So we're going to go to this flop house.
That might be worth a look.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
You are safe, my love.
I found so many victims from Cazador.
They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
Flop house rules.
Just think, soon we'll feel the sun on our skin. After all this time.
Logs.
Not long before we leave scouring places like this behind. Part of me will miss it.
I will not. It's our chance to start.
Okay, so some big, like a
and I
big crowd of people here.
What's up for discussion?
Because of all the
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up.
because of the influx of people trying to play the absolute. It's like cannot finish.
Have a skeg at these.
Cannot finish my train of thought. Okay, let's 6:30.
That should do you.
Okay.
Just think, soon we'll feel the sun on our skin.
You go upstairs. Actually, before I do that, these arrows need to go to Shadowheart. Starion. That's an arrow for Shadowheart. I'm going to use this. Not a fan of that, although it's not a fan of that either. And garlic. Anything better suited to you? No. So this is it. Go. It's your night clothes. Is there anything better? Starion, I know you already have awesome night clothes, so I will leave you to yours. Alright, now we're gonna go upstairs.
Soon we'll feel the sun on our skin.
Anything this time.
Okay. These two are spawn siblings of Astarion. So let's go have a confrontation.
Not long before we leave scouring
Are they
places
gonna
like...
turn into mist now? I'm not the only one with new tricks.
Okay, so they disappeared. They did not do that the couple of times I've dealt with them before. So that is interesting. Okay. If you remember, we killed one of the guys down in the hidden passage below the temple. And we got this flowery key. The flower on the key matches the flower on the sign down below, so that's a hint that there is something like to discover about the murders up here, or like in this flop house somewhere. The key is actually deals with that wardrobe there. There's a hidden door there. But before we do that, I'm going to sneakily do some looting. Even though apparently anybody will be able to just tell by looking at me that I've stolen everything up here, but well, it's failed, so I'll just bribe my way out. Chest. goes to Astarion. So I know that I don't intend for Shadowheart to put that in her potion bag. Okay, now if you remember, downstairs in the log of tenants, they said Fion was 10 days late.
That shape. Interesting. These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
Okay, this is a kill list. So this is the Dreadlord's Tribunal, Temple of Bhaal. So this is a Bhaalist murder plot kill list. So Stelmane, which we talked about in the last stream, was apparently killed as part of this kill list. Father Lorgan was killed. Triple C Clown was killed. Alexander Rainforest, office near the counting house, killed. Abode near Velagor's Fireworks, Lower City, another person, killed. And then we have some names of some people who have not been killed yet, according to this list. Okay, what is this? Telekinesis. That's going to go to Shadowheart because I'm not going to use that. Okay. Send that to camp. Honest, I am not really using that many. There's an incense bowl. Apparently that jug is not something I can deal with. Hold on. Itchy ear. Okay. And here's a non-rotten cheese wedge. It's rare. Take it. I'll reward it by taking it. So it does look like the murderer of like the Bhaalist murderer did at some point use this room to operate out of. No, I'll probably never use that. Shadowheart. Greater invisibility. I will. Astarion. Speak with the dead. Nice. Astarion. Up. Okay, no ramblings.
There, by the bed. Someone spilled some blood.
Finish looting all this kind of random stuff. Which for some reason this one little pouch is steel. Come on. I can't like select it if I'm right on top of it. blood.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
Investigation. Let's go.
You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the
Story
bed.
improves. Finding a body. Pull body out. Alright, everybody, stop crowding around the body. I can't see it because everybody's in the way. There we go.
Hear me out.
So this is Fion.
Jerez's caress also has rules.
That's Fion's key.
It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
Music and
Okay, so we're now out of
probably
the...
break his nose. Good boy.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical.
Don't waste a step.
Oh, we're still... Yeah, we don't need to sneak. Let's go. Okay, so this is all stealing. So don't bother unless you want to, like, knock out the guy who's constantly patrolling or constantly be sneaking.
We can bond with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers. We'd be better off sleeping in the gutter than that.
I'll give it a shot.
Jerez caress.
Oh, the gods are truly this petty.
Well, I think the gods are trying to tell you don't need to be going to Stress Crest. But we are going in. This is a tavern.
Welcome to Jerez's caress, where our libations and sensual indulgences restore even the weariest souls.
This is both a tavern and a place where you can hire a prostitute or multiple prostitutes.
If you have gold, we have everything you crave.
It's Blackboard.
Apologies, but the stern librarian is away. Upon her return, she expects clients on their knees, a list of their transgressions ready.
Forget the world. These four walls are our world. Sorry, I'm just so distracted recently, madame. Such fog coursing through my brain.
Now, the Fion, the dead body that we found, is actually a sex worker here. So let's talk to this person.
A weary traveler, battered and bruised. You come for sustenance, no decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss.
I just want to tell her.
A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
Can we not talk about this?
Sweeting, are you blushing? There is no shame in pleasure, even less when the pleasure is pain. It's Fion you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
Okay. In the fresh flop house lies a fresh killed corpse. A lady dwarf. Could that be Fion?
Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her.
You can get a reward out of it, which opens up the opportunity to have sex with drow twins.
Lovely.
But Starion isn't really thrilled about you accepting that offer, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Something's on my mind.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Sharess's Caress. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon? Or maybe... Ah, forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye.
I'd like to see what else.
Have a look.
I did not read this book yet, so I'll skip reading that.
All set, are you?
Now this is a person we could talk to. Try not to bother because here are the twin drows. You can have a spicy encounter with here.
Forget your work.
Up here is the investigator, which I found basically a kill list. We can confront him with it.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
I'm afraid so. I found new evidence, investigator.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
So you can turn in the murder weapon.
You're telling me more than one person has been killed in Baldur's Gate? You must have something better than that. I need hard evidence and a motive. Why would someone else kill Lorgan? How can we be sure it wasn't Brilgor?
For some reason, I can't say that I found the kill list. I found the murder weapon.
That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed?
Here we go. I assume it's for the same reason all the other people on the target list, to gain Bhaal's favor.
Really? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Bhaal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory?
There we go. Now we can tell about the murder list.
Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Okay, so I technically solved the open hand temple murders. I got another lower city pass, so if you did not get this from, what's his name, the rich guy, but explosives in the toys, then you get one for doing this. And he did not take the murder weapon. So, let's see, this is hold person and weapon enchantment ×2. This is silence on hit. I think it does more damage though. Let me switch these real quick. Starion, it does more damage. Starion, it does more damage. 8 to 11 does 1 more damage. It opens up that spell. I think I'm gonna have to switch. There we go. Send that to Q. Let's read this. If I read it or not. Send this to Q. No, not send it to Q. Send it to a story. Okay. Alright. Now we are not done here in Shress's Caress. For some reason, you can just kind of take stuff here.
All right. What now?
But like in this hallway here,
At the ready.
take the paintings, no problem.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Send all of these to Karlach. Okay. I'm going to go upstairs. Whoop. Need to leave here. Doesn't look like it.
Nymph's Grotto.
I'm checking doors. I think I was wrong about that key. So I think the key is actually the key. The flowery keys are actually for Shress's Caress. Path of interrupt. And I'm not over here. So there's a door over here. I'll check the other ones first.
cursed.
Moan loudly in the library at all times.
Okay, so this is the... Okay, so maybe they aren't, because of that flowery key we got off Theon. Does not unlock that, so... It's my bad.
Devil's Den.
Maybe the keys are for the clubhouse. So this is another quest here. This is Kithric Voss. We are meeting him at Shress's Caress. Now, we could have Lae'zel with us, but we don't really need her to be here for this.
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
Looks like he's been in a fight.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door. Not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
What did you do?
I gave you back your privacy by shutting that illithid in your pocket out of your mind. It can't hear us.
Huh. What's the catch?
Then speak freely.
I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away. Which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
Orpheus?
Very perceptive. Yes. I can give you the means to break him free.
Go on.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now.
Sounds too good to be true. Or it's very convenient they have exactly what I need.
Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
There it is. Of course.
What are you hoping to get out of all this?
Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain.
I'd be insane to give such a powerful artifact to a devil.
Better to have it in my hands, and far from your precious world, than in the hands of the gods and monsters that fight over this city's soul.
Okay, why are you so eager to get hold of the crown?
I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
Okay, so...
Zariel wouldn't like that much. But even I'm not so desperate to spite her I'd put the hells in this bastard's hands.
Yeah, there you go, Karlak. So... yeah. Why don't you take the crown there and then?
The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play.
How did they have to come, or how did they come to have the crown?
Through the aid of a diabolist, somebody capable of opening a portal to the hells, deep in the hells. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Okay. Well, we're gonna say no deal.
I won't stop you. But time is running out. So, don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
Shove this out. I'm gonna wait because I think it auto starts another conversation in a second.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
Raphael?
Raphael? Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you?
Okay, if you try and, like, keep it to yourself, it basically wears you down until you tell him the truth. He offered me a deal.
How very gumptious of him. What were the terms of this deal?
Offered me to free Orpheus in exchange for the crown on top of the ring.
Tell me, you turned him down.
I turned him down.
Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
So we did turn down his deal, and the reason I did that, you can't accept this deal, and it cuts off, like, some stuff you have to do later if you want a good ending, but I turned down his deal because I know of a way to, I know there's a way to get the hammer without accepting his deal. Back in here, because if you remember, Corporate Bhaal said to let him know. Corporate Bhaal said to let him know once we were done talking to Raphael. Looks like it's turned fire. He said,
I need a quick word.
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
No, I'll find another way to liberate Orpheus.
I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the First Mother's son. And yet it seems I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand.
You are wasting your time and mine. Our true enemy is the Elder Brain.
Push.
Focus your mind there.
Push. First, the Myrtle Tribunal. So, to access Orin, we have to, like, go to this Murder Tribunal and pass it. But we have to do some things before we can do that. So we have to pass it in order to be able to get access to the Bhaal Temple, which is where Orin is. So yada yada. It's a bit of a deal. So you can go back to talk to Raphael to accept his deal if you change your mind about that. So we need to retrieve the Orphic Hammer. The Orphic Hammer, that is going to be like towards the end of our playthrough, so that's a while away. Okay. Any new stuff during all that.
Do you think we've done this enough?
Going to leave.
Confuses me for a member of staff. Hey,
here.
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be?
Yes, 360 gold. What coins do I have that I can sell him? 23. Yeah, see, there's like a little bit of lag. I don't know if it's just this area. It might be this area because I think I have experienced lag in this Wyrm's Crossing area before. I don't know if it's just because of the amount of people, or like there's just like a certain NPC or something that causes lag, but it's going to be a little bit laggy, I think, until I get out of Wyrm's Crossing. 91.
Come back soon. Fresh catch every day, guaranteed.
It's got the brains. What were you thinking?
Another vendor here.
You look like someone whose soul needs feeding. Care to buy some art?
Look. Let's actually sell him some art. And he does sell dye. Let's actually get this boil blue dye. Scarlet. There's actually this pink purple level dye that I like for Starion, but I haven't seen it yet. So, I'm gonna try this. I want to see what this royal blue dye looks like on Carlax's stuff. Like too dark.
Do come again.
Carlax. Up here. Let's use this on more chess piece. I actually like the light blue better. It's kind of like a medium between these, like a medium blue. I have not found one I like. Okay, these and that. Sell that still. Let's go up here. I need to sell that. Okay.
10 loaves of bread. Are you sure?
They said they had 15.
The neighbours are talking out their arses. Besides, our pantry is full. The librarians are the same.
Rationing, we can't leave anything to chance.
If it'll make you feel better,
here,
then fine. 15 loaves it is. I sense some hesitation.
Fruit? Vegetables? What can I do you for?
Doesn't really have anything I want. It does have gold. That. That back. I just said everything I need to sell on all my characters. I think I might have finally cleared out my inventory.
If you're hungry, you know where to find me.
Safe to take. You're
Outlook
absolutely sure.
area here.
My good man, every substance has been tried and tested by your strength.
Theft. That's theft.
In a word, sir, exquisite. Almost
Stunning.
painful,
It's
sir.
very leather-like.
Danthelin's dancing axe. A half a gathering spot from what you hear is.
You enjoyed it.
Dinner with my...
So we need to hear it to do that. Before we do that, let's go. There's another vendor. This vendor has some clothes. Do I actually talk to him, or does he auto start a conversation? We'll talk to him.
Put him up. Put him up.
You want?
Yay! You spoke to me! Nobody ever talks to me! My name's Narber, adventurer to be, soon to be the best adventurer anyone's ever seen. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter?
I think this is meant to be a play on the like #1 fan in the like Elder Scrolls, like Bethesda RPGs kind of thing. I think that's meant to be like a play on that. Follow your dreams and find out. There you go.
Right you are. I'll just find something to punch, I guess. It won't hurt, will it? No, surely not.
Yeah, you'll do fine.
Ahoy, stranger! Thanks for stopping by Calm's Gams. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. What can I do you for?
Let's look at your wares.
Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit.
Now this person only sells like camp clothes kind of stuff. And dyes, of course. Baby blue and gold, no. Oh, black and jade green. Cannot remember. I think it was. Okay, you got plenty. Okay. I think there was a like green and some kind of white or silver, but I have not seen it yet. And I think that's what I prefer for when I have Harry. Okay. So none of that. Chocolatier doublet. Opulence outfit. What is the starting wear? Eminent obsidian outfit. I'm actually not going to buy any of this. These magnificently realized ensemble stuffs. I can dye those, and those tend to turn out pretty good on my main character. I hate that, like, if you see an outfit, like the way it looks on the male models, the female models is different. I know some people like that, but I'm like, no, I like the way it looked on Harry, in that if that exact way it looked on Harry looked like it did on Shadowheart, I would equip it on her. But instead, it's got like a blow V-cut showing half my boobs kind of thing, and I'm just like, it's not the look I was going for. That's why sometimes I'll be like,
Remember, Calm's Gams, here for all your fashion needs.
that's why like sometimes I'll put an outfit on Harry, see how it looks, then put it on Shadowheart, even though I'm like, well, you know how it looks, and I'm like, well, I know how it looks on Harry. It will look totally different on Shadowheart. Some outfits just look totally different. So I'm actually gonna look up something real quick.
Or maybe that will be too much. Too much.
There might actually be somebody might have made a what's it called? I cannot think of the word. A mod. There we go. That fixes the outfit kind of the outfits so they don't change like that, but I'm not sure. Checking. Checking some stuff.
A sequined adornment could bring a bit of a spark. would be fantastic if you wanted to run this business at a loss.
What I'm looking up, sorry, I'm just kind of sitting here. There is a bank in the lower city. And I was looking to see where the vault keys are. But it's actually taking too long. Don't necessarily care that much. I'm gonna go upstairs to see if there's anything interesting in healing. Okay. So now, okay, so we're gonna exit. That is the lower city, so as you can see, there's a lot of quests here. Kind of doing okay time-wise. I'm going to go to my camp because we need to pick up Jahira. Here, let's talk.
So Baal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good.
You seem to have experience with doppelgangers.
Ah. This all begins to ring a little too familiar for my liking. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Baalspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that.
Okay, join me.
You'll need to free up your ranks a little first.
Okay, we're gonna have her take Shadowheart's place.
Then let us be about it.
We need to level her up and equip her out. It's going to take a while because she is level 1 and we are level 10, so she's gonna have to go up like 9 levels. Subclass. Now she has this subclass of so she can be a fungal one, kind of like a moon one, which I think makes her like able to shift into like bigger animals down the line. Land, so she can she has this natural recovery charge where she can recharge her spells. We'll keep that. Cantrips, let's do guidance. That's an action. I don't want that. Let's do that. Let's just do poison spray. Spells. I'm going to want her to have healing spells because she is going to, like, she will take Shadowheart's place whenever, like, I need her in my party for whatever reason. So. Okay. Circle of the Land. These are spells that are always prepared. Misty Step. Good. Hair spells. See if it's panels and get Moonbeam up on there. Okay, step. What action did I gain? I can do a deep rock now. Gained a cantrip. Sure, or not. Take off hold person. Animals head or feet. Get you alert. Savage. She's not really in my party all that much, so I'm just trying to get her prepared for when she is in it. So I can make an additional attack if I make an unarmed strike. Oh shit. Circle of the Land. Another one of these, but the spells are different. Sleet Storm and Haste. Call lightning would be good. Call lightning of plant growth versus call lightning of this lightning bolt. Lightning bolt and fight. Can't really get too much better than that. Okay. So let's get rid of daylight. Try to get call lightning, didn't I? The lightning bolt. I can get call lightning too, but I don't think I need both of those. Yeah, I don't think I need both of those. So let's get Sleet Storm. That can help silence spellcasters at concentration. But I don't think I'll actually need that. Okay, I can move through difficult terrain easily. Panther, wild shape into an owlbear. Circle of the Land. Here we go. Some other ones. Ice Storm. Ice Storm is the best. Hunter Minor Elemental and Ice Storm. Here's the best. This one. That one. Square Blight. Oh, why not? Okay. There's anything in here we did get. It's like one new spell. I don't need freedom of movement because my class means that difficult terrain does not bother me. I'll get fire feet. That's 2. Ton of cold. Greater restoration if you want that spell. That would be good. Oh, mass cure wounds is actually pretty good. Hair spells, what do I have? Insect plague and mass cure wounds. Actually, I'm gonna drop this clear restoration. Okay, let's get stuff that I can get. I can get mass cure wounds, so I don't need that. Ton of cold and contagion. Get contagion and cloud kill. Conquer elemental. Call lightning. And yeah, much leveling up. Has improved walk strike. Cantrip. Sure, probably got cheap options. Only opened up one of my things, so that's this one. Can't be charmed or frightened by elementals or fae. And I got Dilophosaurus. Shit. We're good. Now we need her. As you can see, she is a scimitar, so for weapons.
Just poking around.
Right. Sort these. Type. And I need to pick this up. Okay. So I'm going to go backwards because that does tend to work best for me. Necklaces. Actually had that one, the subjugation. I don't have a lot of cantrips with her that I use. That would be good. So, yeah, it's you. Gloves. Unarmed attacks. Sword mastery. Rages. Well, I don't really have too much poison damage. Don't really do too much radiant damage. Acid damage don't tend to be that much harm. Just throw attacks. Attacks do fire damage. Might just give those to her as opposed to anything else. Okay, yeah, let's give these to her. Send those to camp because those are not just generic leather gloves. They're like her specifically. Okay, alright. Boots. Immune to being enwebbed. stuff. I guess we'll just give you these. Alright, rings. What we got? These are the paired rings. Don't know that she would be concentrating on spells a lot. Obscured a lot. Movement speed, sure, why not? I can do the radiant orb run. I can deal 2 more points of damage to opponents that are illuminated. That's fine enough. She's gonna be double wielding, I think. So no shield for her. Let's see. Kanjihira. She can't wear heavy armor, but can she wear medium armor? She can. Okay. Okay. Gift. It's a shard chest plate. Take 1 less slashing damage. So if nothing else, I can put that on. Okay, you know what? Let's just take 1 less slashing damage for now. Ugly. Okay. Hat. Apply condition with 1 of your smite spells. Don't use those. It's heavy armor. So this would give me +1 bonus to saving throws against spells. This is obscured stuff. I guess we'll do this because everything else is better. Go. And ranged. Use ranged. Cannot do heavy crossbows. I have nothing that she can use ranged wise, which is great. Okay, so you are using scimitars. Oh, that's this one. This one does a little bit more. So let's place the scimitar +1 with that. Right, do I have another scimitar on me? It's rapier. scimitar. Again. Was this one? Yeah. So it does less damage. Okay, so yeah, not that. Have any other scimitars? Stabs, swords and clubs. This is a dagger. And so I think we've gotten all we can from this. Let's I'll put that back into camp just in case. And no cloak for her. Okay. Alright.
What to do?
Alright. Leave camp. Alright, before we go into the damn axe.
Let's go to Calm's Gardens. She has the most fabulous scent. It's perfect for a
Yeah,
show.
always get out there. It's quieter.
Nice. He merely offered patronage. Ludicon.
Go in this little corner over here where it's quiet. And let's do a save. And we are going to take a 5 to 10 minute break. Gonna get some ice, pee, and then we'll be back to try and make contact with the Harpers in the city with Jahira. Okay? Back. And I'm back. Okay. Wiki window up. There we go. And let's go back into the game. Alright.
Yes, darling, it's very
Here.
Another step
leather-like.
forward.
Yes, but if they were Gortash's idea, we'd make him the inventor. How about we settle
We're
on
shopping for a
Guardians
suit.
and
Dinner with my parents.
Let's have a look.
Remember?
This armor was such a bargain. We can't return it.
I'd give up a kidney for a tour of the Steel Watch Foundry.
Up.
If any
Second
of us
floor.
Let's go to Calm's. She has the most fabulous.
A hero is nothing without the right equipment. See Danthelon's dancing axe for all your adventuring needs.
You told me the armor was a bargain.
It was. But good armor is hard to find. Darn it.
Welcome to Danthelon's dancing axe. Our stock isn't used. It's tried and tested by the finest adventurers.
Talk to this guy.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble...
Oh, you can turn off the charm, Entharl. He's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key.
Okay. You're a trader? Let's see your stock.
Now?
Oh, aye. Helm forbid someone might pay for my services, Jahira. Harper's nesting in your cellar tends to scare off business. So, if you mean to sling some coin around, only Jahira will complain.
Let's see what you have. Okay, so I received the rest key. Let's get to the safe room. See, they got some potions. Got some health stuff. I think I'm gonna try and focus on superior healing potions for now. Let's get those. Let's get elemental dragon. Let's get some powder. Right, bows. Jahira, can you actually use this bow? You cannot. It's a rapier. Some daggers. Can you use this? You cannot. Can you use any kind of bow at all? Not one that this guy has. Okay. Alright, let's see. +2 to attack rolls when touching creatures that have already taken damage. The unarmed one won't. No. Defense, no. It's actually better for Jahira, so we'll grab that. Plate armor. Cape. What's this cape do? Beginning. Grancy. Look, activates, granting enemies disadvantage on attack rolls. It's actually a pretty good cape. I've had that in the past. Let's see. Targets have a disadvantage on saving throws against your maneuver and weapon attacks. Attack +1. Actually, the gloves too. Go. Grab that and that. I don't think I have anything to sell. Okay.
A pleasure. Jahira needs more friends like you. Right, sorry.
Send these arrows to Shadowheart. Here, I got you better armor. Take it. That'd be great. Go. Send it back to camp. Alright, what cloaks do I have? Because this displacement is actually pretty good. Let's do this. Let's do this. This color is good enough now. Okay. Now. What do you have? Advantage on melee attacks. Surrounded by 2 or more foes. Do I want that? I think I'll actually prefer you to have those, Garlic. If you will put them on, please. Go. Let's send those to camp. Okay. I think we're done. Let's actually split these. Give some of these to Jahira. I'll send some of these to camp. I'm going to split this. Go. Alright, the basement is here. Let's go downstairs. Go. Nope. Okay, I was like, do I need to talk to him? I just got all this
Hi, Harper.
conversation.
May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jahira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
Geraldus isn't nervous. He's terrified. And he's using Seluna's tears as some kind of code.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jahira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
Let's see. Remain silent and wait for Jahira's signal.
The problem with Marcus, of course. We didn't end on the best of terms.
Okay, so we managed to... how do these people know there's a fight happening? Everybody's panicking. By getting that... getting that clue figured out. My brain is just offline today. I can't think of anything for a while. Getting that clue basically lets us have a surprised turn. Here.
The straight path.
Not just reach from here. There we go. Okay, so these are doppelgangers, as that showed.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Okay, Carlic.
Need to learn
Reach
the
this
hard
person.
way.
Good. So you want to be careful with AoE because, as you can see, this person is neither like friendly or enemy. They're neutral.
No.
Don't want to kill this person. Get somebody who's farther away. Let's get this one. Alright, so Stormin, you can
To the
stab on this one. Stab on that one again. Can you reach this person? You can't, so let's do melee. Jahira. I always want to go
I go hunting.
hide, I think, for some reason.
Watch this.
Don't.
Over there.
Let's go up here. I can't climb for some reason. For some reason it's not letting me climb the ladder. Which is stupid. Can I do a dash? Let's do a dash. Okay, now I can climb it. For some reason it selected the ladder as an option. And now, since I've done dash, I can't do any kind of movement.
Survival is all that matters.
Stupid. Stupid. So. Yeah, can you kill this guy off, please? He is messed up.
More of Orin's doppelgangers. How many has she brought to Baal's side, I wonder?
Mahler's mark. How many more Harper's dead?
You see, he went up the ladder, and then he tried to shoot this guy, and it auto moved him over here to be able to aim at him, and it just he dropped down up to the floor and was like just freaking out. Okay, let's talk to this guy again.
Did I get it right?
Seluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead, evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult. Hi, Harper. They're part of it. Baalists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomon. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. He said... It said... that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and... I had no choice!
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira! High Harper, please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help.
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper when you could still live as anything else?
No one can make that choice for him. Yeah.
I want to fight. For Kelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First, Geraldus, you're the last Harper in the city I can rely on. Lay low and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here.
Okay, so she basically seems to have sent the Harpers out of for some information that the cultists did not want her to know about. And so the cult
Open up.
infiltrated the Harpers with doppelgangers. That to Shepard. Historian. doppelgangers.
How much farther can I go?
Stuff up here. I'll swing back down. Get the rest of the downstairs here. Head back up. Like, no.
Shapeshifters in the Harpers. My dad always admired their mission. Said they gave up their entire lives so we could live safely and asked for nothing in return. We'll rout them, right? For the city and for Dad.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna take care of the doppelgangers, don't worry. Okay. So, that. Shadow heart. That one.
Might be useful.
That's all for now. Okay, turn down here, so up we go. Now you can steal everything in here. I don't really need money that much. And there's nothing quest specific. It's in here. So, we talk to this guy and see if there's any new dialogue. If not, I have more stuff to sell him now. I'll sell him stuff that was in his own basement.
If your lot have cracked another bloody cask,
They're dead, Entharl. Doppelgangers were using them as bait.
Seems they snared more than they could skin in you. Did Geraldus survive?
Alive. But he'll need some time to recover.
I'll tuck the boy up tight till he's ready to get back to harpering. What will you do?
Continue the hunt.
Aye. Silly question, I suppose.
I'll talk to him again.
What do you need?
Let's see what you're selling. Okay, let's sell him this. That. So that. What did you keep right? It was there. My shadow heart has everything else. Okay.
Short father, bless you.
Okay, there's go out here. Going to swing it into camp. And we are going to get shadow heart back. Because now that this so we'll basically send Jahira to camp, and I think after a while she will have an exclamation mark and be able to get her next quest line, or next quest in her life. Oop, somebody got an exclamation mark.
We can't rely on the Harpers. Not when Orin has them infested with shapeshifters. We're on our own. Though, I suppose we're used to it by now.
Okay, join me.
It seems like you have ample company already. You'll need to figure out who you can live without before I can join.
Swap up with you.
Wonderful. I was beginning to feel a little left out.
Okay, her. Okay, now who has the exclamation above their head? Will.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
Baldur's Gate was a safe refuge when I left. Must be Gortash's doing.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
Alright, kid.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Yes! We can play Wonder Cup.
We're gonna offer her to stay. I don't think Astarion likes it.
Yes!
Oh, well, he didn't mind.
The fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
So we've taken in a straight orphan. Go. Chihira, do you have anything to say? Yet, anything new?
Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach. Separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves.
So what next?
A good question. I don't have an answer yet. So let me offer an apology instead. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen. True enough. But I set my Harpers searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Mince of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Chihira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
He traveled back with you. Or he traveled with you back in the
I
old
sense
days.
you mean no insult, calling scarce a century ago the old days. Which is considerably more insulting. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We fought at one another's backs times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die.
What happened?
Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day.
It's a cruel choice to have to make.
The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either.
We can try, but we don't even know if he's still alive.
I'm not asking for promises. Just the chance. Oh, the point is moot without the means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
So we've gotten her working on next. Part of her quest line, she says she might know more once we're actually in the city itself, so we'll talk to her later. Alright, let's leave camp. Head upstairs. There's another shop here.
Oh, cursed to put my hands on everything.
It's the alchemy and potion shop. Let's talk to this vendor here.
Stop. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Now you've just sampled some of Baldur's Gate's finest incense. Delicious, no?
What do you have for sale? Yeah.
Everything alchemical from potions to poisons. Just do make sure you read the label before quaffing. Hmm?
Okay, so he has potions and potion ingredients. Actually gonna take this glorious vaulting. And he has healing, spirit healing potions. Okay, let's see what you have. Some greater healing stuff, but we'll wait on that. That's universal resistance. Yeah, we'll be fine. Go. And what can I sell you? Shadow power. Sell. Let's get some scrolls out of here. That's it. Okay, done.
Be sure to savor each purchase.
Now here's someone who appreciates the push thing. Welcome this is scroll thing. Story. Go. Let's read. To a story now that I finally read it because I kept forgetting to. Okay. And doesn't have any books open. Looks like everything's probably going to be steel unless there is literature open. Is it potion? Poison? Potion catalog. Okay. Oh, there's a book that's open. So if you do not have the healing potion, that particular one, then there's the recipe for it right there. You can steal that apparently. Pick that up. Now we're going to go back out here. Yep, go back out here. Come on, Betty. Girl, get out of the doorway because we're going to close this door. Slide over here. And starting. You are going to do some sneaking.
Let's keep to the shadows.
We are going to lockpick this door. To get everybody in. And
carefully now.
oh, no, don't talk to us. Sorry, go over here. We are going to steal this room. The reason why I'm bothering to come into this room to do some stealing is because this is the herbalist like storage area. So there is a ton of alchemy ingredients in here. There are a couple that are hard to come by, so it's definitely worth them. If you like do any kind of alchemy, it's definitely worth coming in here and doing some looting. Like I said, you just got to sneak. Make sure you don't get caught. Okay. like standing right on top of it. Oh, no, it's over here. Here we go. Oh, God, I was standing at an angle before. There's nothing in it anyway. Boo. Okay. Here. Look like it.
Should mind my step.
Out of here. This way. Okay. Looks like everybody's out of the room, so I can stop sneaking. Go.
These boots have seen everything.
No, he merely offered patronage.
Go over here.
How about we settle on the Gortash and Gortash invented them?
There's one more vendor here.
Need something? I've got the tools for any job. Any job.
Okay. She says it that way because she basically sells thieves' tools. She does not have a lot of cash. Let's see what we can get sold to her. That's it, actually.
Whatever you're working on, hope that fixes it for you.
I forgot to sell that, forgot to sell the, letter.
In for a suit.
You tried to climb up one, you madman!
Okay, we have a pass. We have 2 passes for the lower city. If you have not done the quests and do not have passes for the lower city, what you can do is you can go into this corner, cast Featherfall on your entire party, and then drop down here, and then there is a path you can get up to get into the Wyrm's Crossing. But we have passes, so we'll just go this way.
How about we settle on the Gortash and Gortash?
Yep. So I have to talk to somebody.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Wyrm's Rock's closed for the day.
Yeah, see, I've been invited to the ordination.
Might be. You don't look the posh sort. Last door on the right. Go on. Make merry. Lower the gates! Special permission!
Go. Inspiration, Charlotte and Rock Club alibi. Okay, so we are now allowed in Wyrm's Rock. This is the last building, I think, before you actually get into the city proper. Gonna be forced into a conversation in a minute. There we go.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city.
Pleasure to meet you. Can we talk face to face?
Of course, of course. My steel watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Invitation from Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
So, we are going to... Look.
Hells, not this again.
The brain is resisting its orders. Without all three stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
I love how this is, so like, well, the Netherbrain's, breaking the control over it, but, I mean, you can spend as many days as you want just doing all the stuff. Okay. We are going in here. We're gonna do his inauguration. First, there's a bunch of, like people here. These are people like, guards and attendant or like assistants to people who are actually in the inauguration, but this is for them to kind of hang out in until
What happens next is let's see.
patriarchs are done. So this is the actual inauguration. Let's walk the red carpet. Sashay, sashay, sashay.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
The tiefling is letting her passions get the better of her. The situation is delicate. Do not be swept up in her emotions.
So yeah, you want to try and persuade her to, like, this is not the time and place to get your revenge. So I'm gonna say still watch your stories in one swipe if we attack Gortash here. It does have a high pass like difficulty class, so I do have +6 persuasion. Let's see how. Oh, I passed. I passed. Okay, we're fine.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
Just taking her on.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend.
Let's see if this actually.
As for you, I understand
stays
congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry.
Up, black screen.
The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. if we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
Why is the crown failing?
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again.
Okay. What kind of understanding do you suggest?
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Bhaal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
What are you getting at?
Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does.
Still,
if Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen.
Blurry.
I want to lead this city to glory,
Blurry still
not
images.
scorch its earth.
Don't know if that actually looks better in higher or like higher quality settings, but it does not look good there. Let's see. What you propose? You want me to believe you mean no harm to the city? Yeah, you want me to believe you mean no harm to the city?
I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute. What do you say?
He's just talking about all these
Shall we
plots
be
and plans
allies?
in this big, like, chamber.
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
I'm going to be...
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Okay, I'm going to be doing things in this playthrough that does not fit with the alliance. But if you do an alliance with him and do not do anything to harm that alliance, he does actually keep his word. So, I mean, that he has that going for him. But let's see. I'll think about it. No promises.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A shapeshifter? Well, it could be anyone. I mean, it's not me, but it could be anyone else.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Okay, I must go.
Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
I don't... Like, you do have an imposter in camp. I do not know if there's actually any way to, like, bring it out. Like, like discover who it is before like a certain cutscene happens. I think you just kind of have to wait till that cutscene happens to deal with it then. Okay, so it's gonna be make Archduke. Fine, let's get it over with.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Like if you remember, Duke Ravengard got a tadpole put into him right at the end of
Enver
Act 2.
Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Say nothing.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Okay. So we are basically neutral to him and to the Steel Watch. Unless we do something that like negatively affects that standing. So like we're now not arrested on sight. Steel Watch isn't attacking us every time one is nearby. So.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him?
Seemed like an absolute fraud in a very nice coat.
Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is?
People are mostly fools.
Hard to explain it any other way. Then again, I guess they just want to feel safe by any means necessary. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Okay. If you do not convince her, or use your, if you fail that persuasion check, she basically gets herself arrested. And you either have to break her out of jail, or I think she's held in jail for a certain amount of time. But there's nothing to do here now, because everything is stealing or trespassing. So let's go back downstairs.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Poor thing. He's had a tough go, and you don't know the half of it.
You see, Gortash has had Will's father relocated.
That was fast.
I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it. Ravengard's good as dead. And to think there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something, don't you?
I know enough. Let's talk to Will in your camp. Work something out. The Duke's life depends on it.
Okay, you can save the Duke without taking that deal, but we'll get into that later. Everything in here is basically stealing, so let's just exit. In here,
It won't happen, I swear.
Oh, I can't really glaze that pizza. It was even out.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
this is like the guards' armory area.
You've been saying that for ages, and we're still here.
This is
What are they waiting for?
the jails.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house
Halfway
before
point.
the
dear.
fire started.
I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
My friend means to say is that the witness must have been.
Let's check this bulletin board notices, because sometimes you'll find something that gives a quest.
Lord Enver Gortash, handsome, noble, authoritative. He watches over the city, seeing everything.
It won't happen, I swear.
Let's rehearse this one more time. Pretend I'm a fist and tell me what you were doing in the house.
It's not prompting any dialogue.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us.
Poster?
We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Oh, okay. So none of those prompted any kind of response from my character. And here, I think, are the Flaming Fist dormitories. This is theft. So I'm not going to bother in here. Just wanted to show you that that's what that was. You see these? These are freaking grenade launchers that if you set up, or if you like set off the alarms, they'll start launching grenades in your turn-based combat. So about that. Right.
I'm telling you.
Ah, they're harmless. Except if you're a criminal, of course.
Go in here. Is a
No
barrel.
traps, please.
No heart to that piece. And are you here? We're in the city. Yeah, we're in the city. Good. Finally, we're finally in Baldur's Gate proper now. Yeah, in this game you go to the lower city, but you are not allowed to get into the upper city, which is where I think all the rich people live. So I guess technically we'd be slumming it the entire time, but there are some fancier houses in the lower city. But they do tend to be like right near the where the upper city bridge is, but you cannot like cross that bridge in this game, so. But there are some upper city, or not upper city, some wealthier places in the lower city. Okay, come on. I'm surprised we managed to get to the lower city, actually. I didn't even know if we're going to get to the Wyrm's Rock area. Just because I knew we had a bunch of quests, but I guess I didn't need to worry too much about that, because it is a small area. So even though we had several quests, there wasn't like a large area to loot and everything. So okay, let's go. Let's load. Come on. Load. been at 100% for a little while. Come on. Oh, it loaded, and now it has to save that it loaded. Finish saving.
Admitted to the city must be surrendered.
What's hiding here?
Start over here. Okay, mailbox. And we now have a waypoint right here next to this entrance to Lower City. Let's read the mail.
Breathe deep and move.
The Flaming Fist barracks.
Told you about 8 times now.
Your daughter is missing.
Yes, my daughter Vanra.
Forgive me. What is her name?
Person?
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me. Why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days?
What's going on?
My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless Fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the Flaming Fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Examine the Flaming Fist. I'm very proficient in Arcana, but I still misroll this. Oh, I passed it.
Someone or something has tampered with her memory.
What were we discussing?
What's happening? I feel like I'm going mad.
Someone's tampered with the Flaming Fist memory.
Nonsense. I'm fine. Madam, tell me why you're... here, and I will assist.
God, you're right. Something's wrong with her. Can you help me? I've no family, and Vanra's father isn't around. The Flaming Fist was my last resort. I'm so afraid. I'm so tired. I've been looking night and day everywhere I could.
Forget the Fist. Tell me everything you know.
Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old, and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks.
Is anyone else with you?
No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
So we've got a quest to find a missing daughter. Door lead to chef. That's an interesting there.
Still attached.
About time. The Manip assured me a builder would come around a 10-day ago, and hold it. You're not the builder, which means I've got no use for you.
Why do you need carpenters to bet?
Hooligans at the Mermaid have been using my shutters for target practice, and that's not the half of it. I've had to replace the same window 3 times now, not to mention the mess they've made of my front door. Now either you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere.
Okay. So everything else is kind of ceiling here, and I think that's really the only thing we needed here was that lead about the woman's daughter.
Complaints will be handled after you turn your animals over to the care of the Ducal Council.
What is that gonna do us? Theft. This is another newspaper seller, but we've already bought today's.
You think you can do better?
Okay, so that was the thing, because it's for the night song, and it basically tells us who and where.
You just focus on the paper selling.
So as you saw, like reading these bulletin things did give us a couple of quest things. It updated our Find the Night Song thing. And it also gave us the help the hag survivors. Visit Baron's Coop.
City walls and steel watchers to get through.
Next stop, Baldur's Gate.
My friend's leave. Let her go. Back off! She goes into the quick.
So she's just unconscious. So people arguing that.
You really won't feel it.
Not a thing. Don't hold back.
Strange beggar.
Brace yourself. That felt great.
You're very welcome, sir.
Okay, so apparently he earns money by letting people hit him. Go down the side alley. Do I have the key for this? I do not.
Keep your distance, darling.
Start it. Do a lock.
Should be easy.
Go. This. Let's read mail. Let's read someone else's mail. gives you some kind of hint of what's in this room that we just unlocked, because basically you got a note that says, "I found you." That's not reassuring at all. That's just that municipal sanitation notice is basically saying, yes, we know the sewers stink more than usual. We're looking into it. There's going to be some works. That's just a heads up notice. So, would you look at this?
Don't waste a step. This corpse has been desecrated, displayed, and there's nothing random about it.
So we found another murder victim. Close these doors, because apparently dealing with this body is theft. So let's loot. We have another piece of dribbles. Send to camp.
Is that a pelvis? Cards. You almost feel sorry for Dribbles.
Let's read this little note. Just a note that implies he was one of the Bhaal murder tribunal person's victims. So, out we go.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Just leave the door open so maybe somebody will find him. This is all theft.
We are all going to die. Some of us merely intend to do so in the service of something greater.
Some tavern. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to you.
I'm not gonna go to the tavern for the moment. I think we'll actually save that for the next stream. Because it is a little bit of a long like time in that building. Or not like a super long, but it's definitely
What's in here?
not nothing. Long. Basic prayers to the major deities. So there are a lot of deities in this. Okay, stealing to take those off the altar. This hatch. It leads to a thing, like a little.
Seluna, had life turned out differently, I might have been kneeling in prayer here.
There is some treasure down there, but you do have to be careful because there are traps, and some of the treasure does have curses on it, so you definitely need to be prepared. You need to have somebody who has the remove curse skill. So that's just a heads up if you decide to do that side area. I will not. I did it once and I didn't really feel like it was worth it to try and do it again. I wanted to like do it in a different playthrough. I didn't feel like the loot was worth it, but like if you are wanting to do everything, just be aware that there is an area with some stuff you need to be prepared for. Go through all this stuff. This is for Flynn Silver. Looks like Astarion's getting weighed down, so I need to start sending these to Shadowheart. But he actually, this guy gets mad if you interact with certain things on this table, so I'm just going to ignore it.
Divine protectors of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea.
A second.
Heretics.
I muted my mic.
Bless them with the
Cough.
strength to endure.
Okay,
And the
so
courage
that's it
to
for the.
resist.
Whoop, actually, I remember you can loot these without penalization. There's some over here, yeah. So I think there's actually like some good scrolls here if I remember right. Okay, this is hold monster. I'm never going to use that. Oh, that's stealing. Okay, so apparently that's stealing. What about this? That's. I just don't understand some of the.
And soon, the cycle will reach its zenith. Should you want it to?
Let's read this. And where? Go. So you got the end of days, soapbox standers. Not getting involved.
People don't always need
This. Hostile.
Nortale's shelter. Refugees welcome.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? Well, I am so glad you are right here.
I don't think there's actually anything quest-worthy in here. I can take this cross water. I think you can do some theft if you really want to upstairs. I'll go upstairs to make sure that there's nothing.
Finally here. We're safe.
Safe for now, at least. The army of the absolute.
There's a guy there. So yeah, there's like some stuff you can steal up here. If you really want to. I've never actually found a quest that deals with this hostel, so this is the news building or newspaper building. Actually, I'm not going to go in there now because I think there is a quest later on that may or may not make you come here. Let's read that. before we end this stream, alchemy. Ouch. We're gonna brew since we did a lot of stealing and a lot of buying of stuff. Okay, unlocked a couple of things. No suspensions. Vitrals. Ashes. Essences. No salts. Sublimates, maybe? There we go. Keyrin hair. And poison spores. Unlocked those extractions. We've unlocked the noxious spore grenade, which I will never use. Elixirs. What to make now? Potions. Oh, I've made, finally got the recipe for the Potion of Healing Supreme. So, it kind of looks like the Potion of Healing Greater, but it's got a green box around it to help differentiate it. And this is the best healing potion in the game. It needs this Keyrin hair, so that we want to, if we see those like for sale in an alchemy shop, we want to buy those. And these musk creepers, those are like the little seed things. That's salt. Salt.
Can I call you Edvard? Well, Edvard, I do.
They look like these little, like, it says petals, but they kind of look like a grouping of seeds. So when we see those, or Keyrin hair, we want to purchase that. Superior Supreme. Let's make this glorious golden potion. I think that's it for now. Let's open this up. Let's give this to Karlak. Move this up here. I'm going to focus on using these first. I'm going to try and save these for like absolute in-game stuff. Right. Take a quick peek on the map. Okay, there's no vendors yet. But we will be starting. Let me go ahead and actually stand right here. And this is the Upsong Tavern. We are going to be making our first stop there in the next episode. So, let's do a save. And, we're going to wrap things up. Sorry, so that's it for this episode.
What do I think of
days,
Lord Gortash's still watch? Well,
more
I am
of
so
the
glad you
lower
asked.
city in Baldur's Gate. But until then, bye. Bye.